A third and deciding game coming your way between Team Bob Reborn and Chicken Fighters. It is a 1-1 right now, and one of these two teams will be very happy after this third game because they would have won, which is very important for both teams at the moment, for both for very different reasons. For Chicken Fighters, they won after shot making it to Division 1, and for Team Bob Reborn, they need to win if they don't want to be scared of getting eliminated. Are you okay, Effie?
Yeah.
A bird. Lovely.
Bird.
Bird. So let's see what we're going to see in the draft. As we have Effie, we have Tiga, bird. What?
I'm about fighting, yeah.
It's this light, though.
Ban-wise, we got the She King and the Storm Spirit. Is Keeper Light going to get first pick from Team Board? This is what happened in the entire series thus far. Moment of truth. They're deliberating. What happened in the entire series thus far. Might also give it away. Or can he beat it after?
I will say that Coddle is a fierce hero in the hands of Aaron, so I do feel like you should probably snatch it up for yourselves.
The fact that you have a 60-minute game where it's prolonged due to Keeper Light and Tide Ags just non-stop pushing is pretty comical. They go for the monkey. Again, we mentioned it in the first game, counter because Keeper Light, anything which is jump-based or vision-based will help you locate the hero and kill him.
And Chicken Fighters snatch up the Mars for themselves. They're like, hey, this looks pretty good here. I just got owned by it.
Oh, wow. Exon's just, he's in an infinite time loop right now.
There's someone running circles around.
Like, every time they run
Keeper of
past.
Light is picked up by Chicken Fighters again, so they'll have it again.
Yeah, so I think the
Keeper of the Light's actually lost all games so far.
But it's been thoroughly annoying in defeat, which is also kind of cool. But for Chicken Fighters, the fact that Keeper Like Mars, I would like this just to be the 4 and 3 combo. A very potent lane because it's about XP on Mars. You push out, you don't need every creep to go towards Mars. And the carry there is just going to get fully bullied. So, yeah. I just like that. Fully bullied, yeah.
And then you've got the Spear and Tube, Illuminate, lots of damage early on, but Team Bald pick up the Timber Saw very early.
Rajik's Timber Saw, what a treat we're about to see. Yeah, potentially. Could also just put the Timber Saw in the safe lane.
What makes them so comfortable that they can pick it up this early? Because it's not like it was banned second phase in any of the games.
So, one, of course, it's like a level 30 hero, but Rajik's very comfortable. But normally, you can pick Timber Saw when you see at least 2 weak heroes in an entire draft against you, right? Because now the next remaining 3 picks are going to have to find an answer to this Timber Saw. Because Keeper Light and Mars, they might be able to do something at level 1, 2, but as soon as Timber hits level 5, gets a cloak, gets a hood, he's going to brush these heroes off throughout the entire game. So it just forces the draft, and it's one of Rajik's favorite heroes.
Yeah, I would say that maybe they were just like, okay, we'll put a lot of damage versus Mars. These 2 heroes aren't particularly the best at dealing with Timber, so we'll do it early. We'll just be really annoying and make them think, okay, what do we do now? Do we get Bat Riders? Do we get things like that? But they already have banned out probably the best hero against Timber Saw. So I think still when you're picking the Timber Saw early, it's not necessarily the best, because the best performances we've seen out of this hero are just when he kind of comes out last and it's like, aha, or when 3 strength heroes show and it's just like, oh, this is certainly the best pick we can have. But that doesn't mean that a first phase Timber Saw can't play a great game. And OG built a lot of strategies around it all the time, and it does look effective.
Now the bans on board, pretty much just old Rajik. Tell me 3 cores that you don't like playing against. Bat Rider, one of the best counters to Timber Saw. Of course, you have Sticky, the Firefly on top of him. You just chase him around the map with bots, and Timber can never be up front. Invoker, cause Wex with the EMP, to take away his mana, a Vessel Buyer, and of course Void. Finally, with Dilation, you stop Timber Saw spamming the spell. So, yeah, just 3 nice anti-Timber bans to keep the little old Rajiks a bit happier in the draft.
And then Chicken Fighters ban out Tiny, probably best carry in the game at the moment, just in terms of where he is independently as a hero. But also, this hero can just jump on a backline hero like Coddle, blow him up, can buy a Silver Edge for towards him, just destroy him. And same goes for Ember. That's a backline jump, similar to Storm, which has already been found out by Team Bold, but you don't want heroes to get on top of your Coddle because we've seen how effective this hero can be when he can live in a fight, how much spells he can pump out, how many chakra magics he's throwing out, all the glimmers and the forces and the hexes and whatnot right? You need to deal with this hero because his impact in prolonged fights is ridiculous.
What are you getting pre-major? Major.
I will say pre-major a little bit.
You know what I'd like, honestly? You know what my nerf would be? I'd let the old man, stay strong. I'd just throw a little bit of magic resistant creeps. Just a smidge to disrupt with the blast and the how well you can blast. But then that's going to affect the entire game.
I was going to say that.
That's going to. But it's fun, Shiva. We need a shake up.
Yeah, but then you're still as strong as you were before.
I think
compared to the rest of your.
I something they can do.
Yes.
Is they can just remove some of the move speed bonuses on Coddle's ulti.
I mean, okay, so he's a very old man. I would like it if his pony also showed sign of aging.
But he's got the freshest pony in all the lands. He doesn't need.
I think the pony needs to be fitting to the rider a little bit more.
Give him a donkey. You want him to downgrade the steed he rides.
What if he has been actively sacrificing his youth by funneling it
into the hole?
Into the hole, yes.
Yeah, that's where the end move speed comes in for sure.
And instead of every time he feels energy, that's just where he puts it.
I think it would be nice if the pony will just remove his movement speed by 15.
No, not his overall movement speed, but I do think his ulti movement speed can be nerfed a little bit, and the hero just gets.
Hey, you wanted to see
I did. I wanted to see it game 1. We finally get to see it game 3. But we mentioned it after game 2, right? It's the idea that Team Board, their best games come when they come out of laning phase with some fight, and now very good Medusa pick, of course. Into the matchup of CK, you should outscale. Into Timbersaw, you'll be able to farm, but the amount of time needed if Board actually play consistently around this Timbersaw, CK just going for like Armlet into Shard, and then you can decide after that if what you need. But it's a very kill hungry lineup from Board. They can find the kills and chicken fighters. It feels like game 1. They don't have the early damage. They got a lot of wave clear, and Medusa will eventually be the 1v9 hero. The team will just need to find the gaps in the early game to get through, get some decisive smokes and fight them.
Yeah, but the difference between game 1 and this for Chicken Fighters is that they had a Storm player who was able to just play early on with Monkey King and just like get these pickoffs and just make sure that they're not in a position where they ever have to be fighting back, so to speak. But so far, Chicken Fighters don't have that hero, and Ember's out of the pool, Storm's out of the pool.
Just got banned.
They're just going to be looking to ban these mid heroes that can just play super aggressive early on. What else is left?
Well, the Spirit's its only voice spirit, and it kind of sounds a bit meh. Into like a CK and a Timbersaw. That's the thing with Timber, right? Like there's a lot of I'd even like, you can go Coca and just, like survive, but with Timber he just runs at you and deals you. Exactly. I don't want to pick that, yeah.
Exactly, and it just wouldn't be enough. It just feels like a little bit too slow. It seems Kunkka's more of a stabilizing hero than some kind of super early aggro. I'm gonna do everything for my team kind of hero, right?
Heroes that Supreme has played that are still in the pool: Wind Ranger, Puck, Lina, and Shadow. And on the side of Excalibur, he has played a Monkey King mid, so that is still an option perhaps as well. Nature's Prophet and Lina.
Pangolier is a bang ban, to be fair. That one kind of escaped me a little bit, but the rise of mid Pangolier, we've seen 9 play it, Fusel, Blink, cut the backlines. Right now, Board's lineup, it's pretty much hinged on CK popping that ult and killing one hero due to the vision of Timbersaw tanking spells or Monkey King in the tree. Outside of that, it's kind of hard to get Pangolier. That would have been way too disruptive to Board getting clean kills. I like that now.
I think Puck probably fits the best out of all the heroes that you listed for Chicken Fighters. So I wouldn't be surprised if they went for that. I'm looking at the CK and it's kind of like what heroes like to disrupt his game the most, right? There's Blinding Light, but not enough. There's Arena, but not enough. Bane should struggle a lot unless they're the aggressors and they're finding this Chaos Knight before he Phantasms. It's just the Medusa who will deal with him as she gets stronger. So now Team Bold just have to exploit Chicken Fighters while Medusa sleeps.
If Board outside of Arena, Coddle, of course, blinding light can disrupt the CK illusions, but the speed at which CK kills heroes, it's Phantasm stun and you're crit and you're pretty much half HP or dead. Heroes like Bane, they need to stand their ground and get the grip off, and they can quickly be pulled around. So I think Team Ball, they've got Windrunner, with the Windrun running into fights, Timbersaw, super tanky. This should give enough vision, enough entry to every fight to allow Gorg to get the needed jump, and it's on Chicken Fighters to survive or do well in lanes to allow Medusa to get the cheap.
I don't want to go with a puck route. What if a Bloodseeker? That would have been cool, but that would have been very risky. For high gamble hero. But on theory, it could have done a lot versus Timber.
This puck pick feels more kind of like you're gonna have some early game foils where you can maybe punish the aggression that's gonna happen with Windrunner. But if the game gets difficult, I kind of expect it to be difficult. This puck will be wave skipping, keep right can be wave skipping, Medusa will just farm the farm it's given. So it feels more like a pick that it's pivoting between, it allows some more team fight, but it's our insurance policy because they see how aggressive team board will be.
Potentially also, but I think Puck, snowballing Puck can play a very like high aggro, high tempo kind of game. If his lane goes well, then you're just running down all of these heroes before they hit the tents. Because similarly to game one, like Team Ball had this idea of early aggro, but they just came out of nowhere.
So
sort of getting the best feel out of this switch of the loading tail lane. Radix is,